I'm Alistair Leithwood. I'm the Executive Director for Kantar TNS here in Australia.
I'm John O'Loughlin. I'm Head of Customer Experience at Kantar TNS in Australia.
One of the things that we're interested in at the moment, and I think a lot of our clients are exploring, is the future for personal digital assistants. So I think Google Home or Amazon Alexa and things like that.
Some of the concerns that we see from a consumer perspective sit around how far the assistants can actually help you. There are limits because you have to keep asking the questions, but also eventually it will get to the point where those assistants really do know you as a customer and they're able to predict what you want before you actually ask the question, and that becomes very much a big brother watching you type situation, which customers will accept eventually, but until they really get to that point, it's going to be a challenge to get them to accept the technology and what it's really capable of and exploit the full potential of it.
There is an AI out there which is, in some senses, personally devoted to understanding you and what you want. Now, there's a whole bunch of opportunities there. There's also a bunch of slightly scary stuff. And I wonder what you thought about that as a customer experience expert.
I think the issue around the experience at the moment is it's question and answer. So you ask it a question, it will hopefully find you the answer, maybe the right answer or an approximation of that. As that technology develops, I guess the question from an experience perspective, from a consumer perspective, is around what is acceptable. What can those assistants do to help us or without becoming intrusive? If the assistants know my diary and they know where I'm going and they know what time I have to be there and they know what the weather's going to be, could those assistants tell me, without being asked, what I need to know for that day when I get up? When that real assistant becomes available, from a customer perspective, I guess that's going to become a little bit scary, because that assistant's going to know more about you than you probably know about yourself or you're anticipating about yourself. It turns our voice into text. What do those companies do with that information? And I think that's one of the challenges that we've got from an experience perspective, but also what does it mean for brands?
They're excited about it and the possibilities. They're also a little nervous for a couple of reasons. One, they're not sure whether this is loss of control of some of that customer data. They're also not sure how consumers will react. You could say it's intrusive, you could say it's more helpful, but they're not quite sure where the line is. How
do you get voice integrated across all the different channels? And what are the challenges that our clients are facing in trying to get all those touch points aligned?
If you haven't got one unified view of the customer, if you haven't got a customer-centric database, then it's impossible to do it whatever the medium is.